Hello and welcome back to the workout of the week. This week we're going to be looking at our plyosoft box. Some great things about the soft boxes is if you get it wrong, first of all, it doesn't hurt. So we're going to perform a variety of exercises here today. Some of them are more challenging than others, and that's why we've got all the different levels, so all the different heights. So with your clients, when you're performing these different exercises, you can always choose the height of the step based on their levels of ability. Okay, some of the exercises are two-footed, some of them are single leg. So obviously the challenge is going to vary dramatically. We're also putting some upper body exercises into this workout to make sure that we can spread it out and give the lower body a bit of a rest in between these. Okay, all we're going to be doing is performing 10 reps of each one, and we're just going to continue working all the way around. So when you're working with a soft box, you select the height that you want to work with. Andy's going to use a variety of them so you can see and demonstrate from all angles. So we're going to start off with the first exercise, which is called a box jump. Box jump is a great power-based exercise for the lower body. Make sure when you land on the step, you're landing fully on the step, so the full foot, not on the edge of the box. You're getting a strong, stable stance, and when you do land on the box, you extend your hips at the top. Then when you land off the box, when you jump onto the floor, you make sure you absorb the load before returning back onto the step. Okay, the next exercise is going to be a single leg step up to knee driver. With the single leg step up to knee driver, what we're doing is making sure that every time we step up, obviously we get a solid base of support, or we plant our foot nice and strongly on the box, but we've got to make sure that we extend our hip at the top. Okay, so Andy's going to perform 10 of these on each leg. He's also going to make sure that his chest is up, he's in a really nice neutral position through his spine, and every time focusing on extending those hips, squeezing the bum, bringing the hips to full hip extension. So again, he's working with the highest box here. You can obviously vary the box height if you wanted to reduce that for your clients. Okay, the next exercise is going to be a push-up on the box. Push-ups, this is essentially an incline push-up, but we're still looking for a straight, strong body. Okay, you can obviously change the level of intensity here by changing the height of the box. So Andy's gone for the hardest option here with the lowest height. 10 of these, followed by a lateral jump. So the lateral jump, you're going to actually jump onto the box, plant the feet straight off. Depending on the ability of your client, you can decide whether you want to make this a bounding movement with little rest in between, so straight on, straight off, or if you want to pause at the top, rest and recover before you load and jump down. Once you've done your 10 of those, we're just going to come around to the front here so we can show the dip. Demonstrating the dip here, nice simple exercise. Again, it's a bit more like essentially just to have a bit of a rest between all of these lower body exercises. Just make sure when you are performing a dip against a soft box, you're trying to keep your back nice and close to the box as you're going down, allowing the elbows to flex and then fully extend as you're coming up. Okay, the next exercise is a one-legged box jump. So essentially we're going to hop onto the box with one foot. Now with this one, Andy's going to demonstrate it on the lowest level. Obviously you can change the level depending on your ability. What we want to make sure first though is you're nice, strong, stable, you're landing correctly, you're able to stabilize at the top of the jump before jumping off. Okay? And also make sure that you're extending your hips at the top of the jump before jumping off. Good stuff. So you can vary the height of that whenever, if you wanted to make it more challenging. Next exercise is a horizontal knee touch. So we're actually going to set ourselves up against the side there, Andy. So if you set yourself up against the side, you can just go to the far end so you can see the side profile here. This will be a nice position. So what we're looking at here is you see the knee touches the step and then extends all the way out. This is a bit more of a conditioning drill really. It's not going to be too challenging for the lower body. It's just another way of keeping the heart rate up whilst working with the soft boxes. Okay, so driving the knee quickly into the soft box and then extending it all the way back out again. And to finish off with, we're going to do a really nice concentrated lower body exercise which is working on stability in single leg movement. This is a single leg squat, often known as a pistol. Okay, what we're using here is we're actually using the step as guidance but also support. So to help stabilize or to help control in the lower ranges of motion within this exercise, we're using the step to sit back onto and actually almost create that little bit of stability to then power off the step again. Andy's chosen the lowest level here, or the lowest height. That's obviously going to make it harder. If you want to with your clients, you can start with the highest one to start with, and then as they develop their strength, they can progress onto the lower boxes. Okay? Make sure with this exercise that we're always thinking about, on the way up, extending our hips, squeezing our bum, and coming to full hip extension. It's generally done with a little bit more control, not too quickly, because we want to make sure that we can control all the way down on the lowering phase. There we go. Okay, excellent stuff. So those are all the exercises with the plyosoft box. Shows you a wide variety of exercises there, and it shows that soft boxes aren't just for box jumping. Okay, you can do a lot of different things with them. As we already mentioned with the soft box, it's really useful tool, because you can any client can work with these. No issues with damaging themselves, no issues with jumping on and damaging their shins or anything like that, or having any injury issues. So try out that workout of the week, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.